Romance of Sui and Tang Dynasties, Chapter 7.
And there's this quote early on that just sets the tone perfectly. Home poverty is not poverty. Road poverty worries people to death.
Oof.
Qin Shubao is about to find out exactly how true that is. He's stuck in this inn, just waiting for the PFU. That's the official reply document he absolutely needs.
And the core problem is simple but devastating. He's got no money. A friend had borrowed all his travel funds, so he's completely stranded, and the bill at the end is ticking up.
But then he finds, well, a temporary fix. But it's heartbreaking. He digs out this hidden bundle. 4 taels of silver.
Okay, some emergency cash.
Not just any cash. This was money specifically set aside for his mother, for her burial shroud, high-quality Luzhu silk.
Wow. So he's basically mortgaging his mother's final arrangement.
Exactly, just to pay the innkeeper, Wang Zhao, and buy himself another day.
And what does that huge sacrifice get him?
Well, it keeps the innkeeper friendly for now. Wang Zhao is okay with him. But inside, Qin Shubao is just falling apart. The stress is immense.
Yeah, the book says he has no mood to play. He's just sort of dazed. Relying on that old saying, when people meet joyful events, their spirits soar. When their minds are troubled, they feel sleepy.
So he's just sleeping to escape.
Pretty much. Using sleep to just check out from this financial nightmare he's trapped in. Mentally shattered, physically just waiting.
Waiting for the wheels of the state to finally turn. And then suddenly they do. Prefect Kai's procession arrives.
And the pressure is immediately on. Remember, this delay isn't just annoying, it's financially crippling him.
Right.
The source mentions it's costing him about 2 taels of silver a day.
For horse feed and his own travel costs.
Yeah. Every single day he waits for that PFU sinks him deeper into debt he absolutely can't handle.
So he knows this is it. He can't afford one more day. When the prefect's sedan chair comes through town, moving fast, Qin Shubao,
He panics.
he makes a run for it, desperate. Wants to stop the official, plead his case, but he messes up. Badly.
How so?
In his desperation, he kind of forgets himself. The rules. He lunges, grabs the sedan chair pole with his left hand to try and halt them.
Oh, no.
But he grabs it too hard, yanks it violently. The whole chair lurches. Prefect Kai, who is apparently asleep inside, nearly gets tossed right out.
You just basically assaulted an official, even if it was an accident.
Exactly. In this system, that's like signing your own death warrant. The prefect wakes up, startled, angry. He doesn't see a desperate guy. He sees disrespect. Insubordination. A threat.
And the reaction, swift, I bet. Immediate and brutal. Because Qin Shubao is nobody there. He's anonymous. The prefect orders him dragged right outside the governor's office and beaten. Publicly.
Beaten? How badly?
10 heavy strokes. The description is graphic. Skin broken and flesh burst, fresh blood gushing out. It's severe. The book even compares his suffering to, ancient heroes who endured terrible fates.
10 strokes. That's not just a slap on the wrist. That sounds like they were trying to, break him completely. Why was grabbing the pole so much worse than, say, trying to bribe someone?
Because it showed he had zero social standing, zero protection. He was an outsider, right, not some local big shot. He broke the rules of deference, and there was nobody there to say, hey, wait, I know this guy.
So the beating was a public statement.
Absolutely. A declaration that he was worthless in their eyes.
And the innkeeper, Wang Zhao,
yeah.
He sees this.
Oh, he sees it. Remember how he was friendly before, after getting those 4 taels?
Yeah.
That friendliness vanishes instantly. Wang Zhao sees the beaten, bleeding Qin Shubao, and his tone just flips. Sarcastic, calls him you old man. Mocks him for not getting how officials work.
Wow.
That veneer of kindness. Cracked the second able. Qin Shubao lost his perceived status. It's like watching a social barometer needle just plummet.
So now he's hurt, humiliated, still broke, spends the night awake, probably in agony, just worrying. And he has this realization, right? In his short shelter, how could he dare not bow his head?
Yeah, it hits him. Force didn't work. Honesty didn't work. He tried the direct approach and got him flogged.
He needs a new strategy.
He needs leverage. He gets it now. If you can't beat the hierarchy, you got to play the hierarchy's game.
Yeah.
Social connections, that's the currency.
Okay, so the next day, he drags himself back to the prefect's office, despite the pain.
Right. And this time, he changes his story completely. It's brilliant in a desperate sort of way.
What does he do?
Instead of being this anonymous messenger, this nobody, he claims he's working for someone specific, someone important. Liu Ye of Qizhou.
And who's Liu Ye?
Ah, that's the key. Liu Ye is a known peer of Prefect Kai. A Tongyan, the text says. Basically, someone from the same examination year, a colleague, and crucially, a political friend.
So he's name-dropping. Big time.
Huge time. And that single name, that lie, it changes everything instantly.
How does the prefect react now? Does he remember the guy he just had beaten?
The anger, gone.
Yeah.
Poof. Replaced by, official happiness. He realizes, wait, this guy works for my friend Liu Ye. Punishing him makes me look bad. It's just I don't value my connection with Liu.
So it's not even about Qin Shi Bao anymore.
Not at all. It's about the prefect's saving face, maintaining his professional network, protecting his own reputation among his equals.
So the lie doesn't just get him off the hook.
It does way more than that.
Yeah.
It transforms him. Yesterday, he was disposable, beatable trash. Today, because he carries the name of Liu Ye, he's suddenly untouchable. He's even rewarded.
Rewarded? How?
The prefect not only immediately grants the pifu, the document Qin Shi Bao needs, but he also allocates 3 taels of silver, public silver, from the state funds. Specifically gives it to Liu Ye's messenger, Qiong, as a travel reward.
He's using taxpayer money.
To smooth things over with his friend. Or rather, to avoid potentially offending his friend. That 3 taels is basically reputation insurance for the prefect, paid out via Qin Shi Bao.
Incredible. So Qin Shi Bao walks out, documents in hand, 3 taels of silver richer. Must feel like freedom.
For a second, maybe. But freedom, as we know, has a price tag. He heads back to the inn.
Where Wang Zhaoer is waiting.
Waiting and watching. He saw the beating yesterday. Now he sees the official documents, the silver. The innkeeper's mind starts working immediately.
The friendly facade is back up.
Oh, he pretends, talks about preparing a farewell banquet.
Yeah.
But really, his brain is running the numbers. The debt calculator is on.
Okay, let's break down this calculation. This is where Wang Zhaoer really shows his cards, isn't it?
Absolutely. So Qin Shi Bao was there 32 days in total, August 16th to September 18th. Wang Zhaoer makes a show of being generous. Says he won't charge for the arrival or departure day. So 30 full days.
Right. Chargeable days.
The daily rate for the nice horse and the 3 good meals was about 1 tael, 21 taels due.
Okay, 21 taels total debt.
Right. Then he subtracts the initial 4 taels Qian paid the shroud money.
Leaving 17.
Then he takes off the 3 taels Qian just got from the prefect. He even notes this 3 taels of silver is good quality, like assessing the payment.
So the final bill.
14 taels, owed right now.
And Qin Shi Bao still doesn't have it. He's still waiting for his friend, Fan Jianwei, right?
Exactly. He admits he can't pay yet. And this is where Wang Zhaoer's internal monologue gets really interesting. The mask drops in his mind.
What's he thinking?
He runs through the situation. Qin's personal stuff. Worthless. The horse. It's a liability. Costs money to feed a mouth-guzzling commodity, he calls it.
Ouch.
And chasing the debt all the way to Kisu. Too much hassle, too expensive. He'd lose money on the trip itself.
So none of the physical stuff is good collateral. What does that leave?
What's the one thing Qin Shi Bao absolutely needs? The thing that gives him value, allows him to function as an official.
The document.
The pifu.
Bingo. Wang Zhaoer decides that's the only absolutely safe, best policy. It's the perfect leverage. How does he get it? Just demand it. No, he's sly. He fakes concern, says, oh, these documents are so important. Your room. It might leak. Rain could ruin them.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Offers to keep them safe for him. Takes the pifu and locks it away securely in his wife's chest.
He just seized the official papers.
He did. Qin Shi Bao gets it immediately. He's been turned into collateral. The source calls it Banzuo Dang 2, basically, being held hostage by your documents. That paper is now security for the 14 taels debt. And the consequences are immediate, right? That farewell banquet.
Gone. Canceled on the spot. Replaced with a plain meal. Just making do.
The service tanks.
Completely. Side dishes reduced, plates cleared noisily, morning soup served cold. It's the physical embodiment of his new status. Total dependence. He's eating, as the text says, eyebrow high, ilo tea and rice. The posture of subservience. He's trapped until that money shows up.
What an incredible arc, from being flogged like an animal to being rewarded like an honored guest, all based on a lie about connections.
It's a powerful demonstration, isn't it? How the perception of wealth, the perception of connections, even fake ones, translates directly into social status, how people treat your physical body.
Yeah, the Liu Ye connection made him untouchable. Anonymity made him beatable.
That's the core insight, I think. The whole system rewards knowing the right people and punishes being unknown. That social currency, Liu Ye's name, was literally worth more than Qin Shi Bao's own life at that moment.
And Wang Zhao is the perfect mirror for this whole thing.
Absolutely. Friendly when paid, sarcastic when status drops, fawning when there's a reward, and ruthlessly opportunistic when he sees leverage. He never cared about Qin Shu Bao, the person, only his value as a customer, or ultimately as collateral.
What's going on in Qin Qiong's head at this point? He's completely out of options.
Well, the text really hammers home the desperation.
Uh-huh.
He's waiting for this friend, Fan Jianwei, and the wait is just agonizing. There's this great line, an old proverb.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to hate the ugly. It's easy to wait long for people. It sets the scene perfectly.
So it's like a double whammy. Being broke makes him ugly to society. And the long wait just grinds down his spirit, deepens the shame. All for, what, a few ounces of silver?
Just a tiny amount, but it
Yeah.
feels like life or death to him right then. The lack of it is pushing him towards total collapse.
And the first day goes by. The text mentions the autumn setting, golden wind, yellow leaves. Very atmospheric.
Very melancholic. Sets the mood.
But by day 2, he's really struggling, thinking about doing something drastic, a no-good end, as the text puts it.
He's right on the edge. But
Yeah,
then...
he remembers his mother.
Exactly. That thought pulls him back. It's his moral compass, that sense of duty preventing a complete breakdown.
So he doesn't completely lose himself, but then he has to go back to the inn at night, knowing he can't pay.
Yeah, and that's when the external reality just crashes down on him. This is where we hit that concept of Yan Liang.
Yan Liang,
Yeah.
the hot and cold.
Right, that sudden shift in how people treat you based on your status, or more specifically here, your money. The innkeeper, Wang Xiao, he's found some new, rich guests.
Ah. And the text makes a point of saying they're traders of gold, jewels, and valuables, really laying it on thick.
Absolutely. It highlights what drives Wang Xiao. It's not just being a bit rude. Yan Ling is seen as a real moral failing. His character isn't fixed. It just follows the money.
He was respectful enough when Qin Qiong had cash.
Apparently so. But the moment actual wealth walks in, his attitude just flips. Completely cold.
And it happens instantly when Qin Qiong gets back, finds his rooms taken. Wang Xiao gives him these really weak excuses.
Oh, totally flimsy. Feared losing a good customer, needed to earn more silver. He even tries to blame Qin Qiong for not locking the door.
Wow. So where does he put him?
It's the ultimate humiliation. He leads Qin Qiong around back, turning corners and going backward, the text says, to this. Well, it's not even really a room.
What is it then?
It's a shack. A dilapidated shed next to the kitchen. Yeah, the description is just brutal.
Let me guess, it's falling apart.
Completely.
Yeah.
Half the roof is open to the sky, to Podata. The floor is just piled with straw, sarvo, firewood stacked up, drafty.
So this legendary hero is basically sleeping rough next to the kitchen scraps.
That's the picture. Freezing cold, wind blowing through the cracks.
Why is the story so specific about all this? The straw, the open roof?
Because the test has to strip him bare. It's about taking away everything, his status, his money, even basic comfort. All that's left is his inner strength, his key guy. Can he endure this?
When he's got literally nothing.
Right. And his resourcefulness is tested, too. There's this tiny detail. He finds a piece of broken pottery.
A shard.
Yeah, just a broken bit of crock. And he uses it to try and block a crack in the wall, just to keep some of the wind out. He's reduced to scavenging.
From warrior hero to...
This, and he knows it. He sits there on the straw, tapping his famous golden mace, the Qiong, and he sings this lament.
What does he say?
The inn is desolate and windy. Heaven intends this for the hero. He sees it as a deliberate trial.
A necessary suffering before he can rise?
That's how the narrative frames it. This is the necessary pit he has to climb out of. But it's not just about the physical hardship. It's about who notices him in this state.
And right after the innkeeper leaves him there, someone else appears.
Yes. And what's fascinating here is the immediate contrast. You have the innkeeper, Wang Zhaoer, all self-interest and snobbery.
Total darkness.
And then suddenly, this ray of light, his wife, Lu Shi. She represents something completely different. Virtue emerging from an unlikely place.
So she comes in secret.
Yes, late at night. Sends her husband off to bed first, then creeps in. Qin Qiong challenges her, obviously, wondering who it is.
And what does she say?
She immediately distances herself from her husband's behavior, calls him a petty person, says he only cares about silver. She basically tells Qin Qiong, I see you, even if he doesn't.
She validates him?
Completely. And her actions are just so vital. She brings 3 things. First, a bowl of hot meat soup.
Soup?
Yes, but the text points out he hadn't been given this since his money ran out. The innkeeper was basically starving him, or at least cutting corners. So the soup is warmth, sustenance, and dignity.
Okay, what else?
Second, 300 copper coins. Not a lot, Not enough to clear his debt.
But something.
Enough for breakfast, the text says. Enough so he can just feel bolder, buy some cheap food outside, and avoid facing Wang Xiao in the morning. It gives him back a tiny bit of agency.
Right, avoids more shame. And the third thing.
This one's really touching, I think. A needle and thread.
To mend his clothes.
Yeah, his clothes are thin, it's autumn in Luzhu, it's cold, especially in that shack. It's practical, but it's also about mending his appearance, patching up the visible signs of his poverty. A small act of restoring his self-respect.
How does Qin Shi Huang react to all this?
He's completely overcome. He actually cries. And he makes this incredibly potent comparison. He compares her to the drifting mother.
Okay, hang on. The drifting mother. That's the woman who fed Han Xin, right? The great general, when he was nobody.
Exactly. Han Xin, one of China's greatest military minds, was starving, utterly destitute, and this washerwoman recognized his potential and fed him. It's a hugely famous story.
So by making that comparison,
he's elevating Lu Shi to that same level. She's the one who recognized the hero when everyone else saw a bum. The text drives it home with the line, "A meal to Han Xin sent the national scholar, but the woman knew the hero."
Wow, it's a direct hit against the innkeeper, the merchants, anyone judging by appearances.
It celebrates her insight, her virtue, over their crass materialism. She saw the hero within.
So this kindness gives him a boost. He's got a little money. His clothes are mended.
He feels bolder, yeah. So he goes out again, back to the road, still determined to wait for his friend. He uses the coins carefully, buys some basic food, cold buns, fire cakes, just enough to keep going.
And this leads him to another encounter, doesn't it?
It does. It reinforces this theme. Genuine kindness comes from unexpected places and recognizes true worth. He's waiting, maybe pacing, and he almost trips over a fire basin.
Who is it?
It belongs to an old woman, a fortune teller named Old Lady Gao. She lives nearby. And just like Lu Shi, she immediately sees past his ragged appearance.
She recognizes him as a hero.
Instantly. Calls him out as someone extraordinary. Invites him to sit by her fire and warm himself. No judgment, just recognition.
And Qin Qiong, still obsessed with this friend.
He asks her to do a divination. Can you believe it? Uses her skill right away. He asks about his friend arriving, specifically during Shenxi, that's 3 to 5 p.m.
Does she give him good news?
Well, yes and no. The divination result is speedy joy. Sounds great, right?
Yeah, finally.
But Old Lady Gao's interpretation is the crucial part. She explains the nuance. Speedy joy has an impatient heart, but the person coming is not hurried. Meaning, yes, the friend will come, definitely, but not now, not even this month. He'll arrive, but only after the month ends.
Oh. So no quick rescue. The ordeal continues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The prophecy confirms help is coming, which gives him certainty, but it also confirms he has to endure this hardship for weeks longer. That's a mandate to keep going.
Wow. That's tough comfort.
It is. But then Old Lady Gao does something else, another act of profound kindness. She sees he's probably hungry.
Does she feed him too?
He does. Doesn't even really ask, just serves him up this big steaming bowl of noodles with garlic paste, and he just wolfs it down.
He must have been starving. Does he try to pay her or promise to pay later?
He does. Tries to offer future repayment, just like with Lu Shi. But her refusal, it's incredible.
What does she say?
She completely dismisses the idea of payment for food. She says killing people and saving people is called repayment. Why talk about repayment for food? Right. She's basically saying, your repayment isn't money. Your repayment is fulfilling your destiny. Go be the hero I see you are. That's how you repay this bowl of noodles.
That's incredibly profound. She's investing in his future heroism.
Precisely. She doesn't want his copper coins. She wants him to achieve greatness.
So between Lu Shi's practical help and Old Lady Gao's, well, spiritual and physical sustenance,
it dissolves his inner turmoil, the text says. He ends the day feeling shame, actually. Not because of his poverty, but because he hasn't met any worthy men on his journey, only these two incredibly insightful, virtuous women who saw right through his circumstances.
So what does this all mean when we step back and look at this whole sequence?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this isn't just a story about being poor. It's a carefully constructed test. The narrative uses this extreme poverty to prove that Qin Qiong's core character, his key guy, his spirit, is absolutely unbreakable.
Even when he has nothing left.
Especially then. The real test wasn't fighting monsters. It was enduring this grinding, petty humiliation and despair without losing his integrity.